A very good morning. So, I think we have discussed till question number 6. Now, come to question number 7. I just wanted to give you some brief of this. See, what we have studied yesterday regarding the contradictory pairs. The first pair is of some and no, and the second pair is of all and some not. Just remember this, what we have discussed, that if one of the conclusion is true, then its contradictory must be false. Similarly, if one of the conclusion, answer of one of the conclusion is cannot determine, it means its opposite is also cannot determine. And when the two contradictory conclusions, when the answer of two contradictory conclusions are cannot determine, we can combine them using either and or. So let's start with question number 7. All furnitures are wood. All furnitures are wood. No wood is road. No wood is road. And some roads are hills. Some roads are hills. So now mark the areas. And since there is a negative statement that no wood is road, we will mark the areas of wood and road. So the area of wood is 1 and 2, and that of road is 3 and 4. So there is a negative relation between 1, 2 and 3, 4. So now come to the conclusions. Conclusion number 1. Some road are furniture. Some road are furniture. Some roads are furniture. So area of road is 3, 4, and that of furniture is only 1. Okay, the question is not visible on board. Just wait a minute, Yashashvi, you will get the questions. You will get the questions. So the statement is, all furniture are wood, no wood is road, and some roads are hills. Okay? Now, come to this conclusion, conclusion number 1, that some roads are furniture. If you see the area of road and furniture, you will find that 3, 4 has a negative relation with 1. 3, 4 has a negative relation with 1. So since 3 and 4 have negative relation with 1, and this particular conclusion is positive, it means it is definitely false. From the statement, we are getting a negative relation between road and furniture, but in this conclusion, the conclusion is positive, means just opposite of the statement. Since this particular conclusion is just opposite of that of statement, it means it is definitely false. It is definitely false. Now come to second question now, second conclusion. Conclusion number 2 is, some woods are furniture. Some woods are furniture. See, area of wood is 1 and 2, and that of furniture is 1. So since there is a common number between these two elements, it means if the conclusion is asking us about sum, so for getting this conclusion true, there should be at least one common area between these two elements, and we are finding it. That's why it is true. Now come to the third conclusion. Some hills are wood. Some hills are wood. Some hills are wood. Part of hill is 4 and 5, and that of wood is 1 and 2. Since there is no common area in between hill and wood, and now we will check whether the area of hills and wood have negative relation between them or not. So since only 4 has negative relation with 1 and 2, but we do not know the exact relation between 5 and 1, 2. Relation of 5 with 1 and 2 is not clear. It means we cannot give any confirmation regarding this particular conclusion. That's why the answer of this conclusion is cannot determine. Answer of this conclusion is cannot determine. Okay. So here the correct answer is only second follows, option B. So let's move. Explain the third conclusion again. See, we have to find a relationship between hill and wood. Area of hill is 4 and 5. And that of wood is 1 and 2. Since wood has a negative relation with road, means this particular area has a negative relation with this area only. So we do not know the exact relation of 1 and 2 with 5. We can only say that 1, 2 has a negative relation with 4 only. We do not know the exact relationship between 5 and 1 and 2. Between 5 and 1, 2. So since there is no confirmation between the relationship of 5 and 1 and 2, that's why the answer of this conclusion is cannot determine. So answer of first particular conclusion is false, second is true, and the third one is cannot determine. Prashant, is it clear? So answer will be only second. Only second. Now come to question number 8. Question number 8 is, if the whole part of hill had a relationship, had a negative relationship with W, then only this conclusion holds false. Otherwise, we will answer it as cannot determine. Since there is no common area, it means it is not true. And also 4, 5 has not a negative relationship between 1 and 2 with 1 and 2. So that's why it is not false also. So the answer of this particular conclusion becomes cannot determine. So we do not know the exact relationship of 5 and 1 and 2. Now come to question number 8. All men are dogs, all dogs are cats. So all men are dogs and all dogs are cat. Just hold on a bit. Today in this session we will discuss concept of either and or, and also the case of possibilities in this particular topic. Okay. Now come to the first conclusion. All men are cats. All men are cats. And second one is all cats are men. all cats are men. So come to first conclusion, all men are cats. So area of men is 1 and that of cat is 1, 2 and 3. All men means all part of men should be common in cat. If it is common, it means it is definitely true. Similarly, in second conclusion, the part of cat is 1, 2 and 3 and that of men is only 1. So all cat means all the parts of cat should be common in men as well. But here only we are finding that area number 1 is common. Only area 1 is common. Since these two areas are not common in men, so that's why we cannot give any confirmation regarding the uncommon parts. So since part second and third is not there, is not available in men, it means what? That these two parts are uncommon and we cannot give any confirmation regarding the uncommon part in this particular figure. So here the answer of this particular case will be only one follows. Only one follows means answer is option A. Answer is option A. Now come to question number 9. Yes. Let's see this question. Some books are magazines and some magazines are novel. So some books are magazine and some magazines are novel. If we mark the areas as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now come to conclusion. Conclusion first is some books are novels. Some books are novels. So part of book is 1 and 2 and that of novel is 4 and 5. Since there is no common area between the two and please adjust question. It is not completely visible. Okay. Yes. So answer of this particular conclusion is there is no common area between B and N and there is no negative relationship also between B and N. So since we do not know the exact relation between B and N, so the answer of first conclusion would be cannot determine. Right? Some novels are magazines. Some novels are magazines. Part of novel is 4 and 5 and that of magazines are 2, 3 and 4. So the conclusion is saying some. Some means what? At least one part should be common between novel and magazine and that particular part is area number 4. If it is there, it means it holds true. It holds true. So here the answer will be only second follows. So the answer is only second follows. Now, next. So question number 10th is now, some desks are chairs. So this is desk and this is chair. Some desks are chair. Some chairs are doors. Some chairs are doors. Some doors are walls. Some doors are walls. Now conclusion is some walls are chairs. Some walls are chairs. So part of wall is 6 and 7 and chair is 2, 3 and 4. Here also there is no common area, no common number in wall and chair. It means the answer of this particular conclusion is cannot determine. Answer of this particular conclusion is cannot determine. And let's check the second conclusion now. No chair is a wall. No chair is a wall. Part of chair is 2, 3 and 4 and that of wall is 6 and 7. Okay? Fine. So part of chair is 2, 3 and 4 and wall is 6 and 7. We can clearly see that there is no common area between chair and wall. And do we have any negative information from the statement? Is there any negative information from the statement? No. We are not getting any negative information from the statement. So if we are not getting any negative information from the statement, we cannot consider this particular conclusion as true. So the answer of this conclusion is what? Cannot determine. Answer of this conclusion is also cannot determine. See, in the last class, we have already discussed about two figures. One was this, if you correctly remember. One was this, and the second one was this. Is there any difference between these two figures? Tell me first. Is there any difference between the two figures? Yes. This line with a cross mark indicates that there is a negative relation between A and B. So this is basically representing no A is B. But if there is no line in between the two figures, then in this particular case, we cannot give any confirmation, be it positive or negative. We cannot give, yes, it confirms the negative relation. But in the second figure, we cannot confirm anything between A and B. Yes, 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 very good beta. So in this particular case, we cannot give any confirmation of the conclusions. So if you see the figure of chair and wall, what I am doing right now is deleting the part of door. So now if you see the figure of chair and wall, this particular case is representing the first one or the second part. This particular figure is now representing the first case or the second case. It is representing the second case, beta. This particular figure is representing the second case. And if it is representing the second case, it means that we cannot give any confirmation between the two elements, that is wall and chair. Yes, yes, yes. So we have studied in the previous class that whenever we find a figure like this, we cannot give any confirmation of any particular conclusion in between them. So if you see here that some wall are chair, the answer was cannot determine, and no chair is wall also, the answer is cannot determine. There is, I think we need to change one of the options. So I am just correcting the options. Okay. See. Now, If you see these two conclusions all together, you will find that almost the elements in both the conclusions are same. This conclusion is also asking us about the relationship between wall and chair, and even the second conclusion is also asking us about the relationship between chair and wall. So since the elements are same, and if you clearly see the terms, this term is sum and this term is no, means these two terms are contradictory. See, sum and no, these two terms are contradictory. Getting my point or not? So since these two terms are contradictory and answer of both the conclusion is cannot determine, means case of sum is also cannot determine, case of no is also cannot determine. So can we combine them using either and or? Say yes or no. Can we combine these two conclusions using either and or? Since these two conclusions are satisfying all the conditions of either and or. Condition number 1, the elements in both the conclusions should be same. Condition number 2, the term should be contradictory. And condition number 3, the answer of both the conclusions should be cannot determine. If these three conditions are satisfied, it means we can combine these two conclusions using either and or. So the correct answer here would be either conclusion 1 or 2 follows. Either conclusion 1 or 2 follows. So you need to remember this particular thing while solving or while finding the relationship of either and or. So here the correct answer should be option C. Option C. Understood? Now move to the next question. Question number 11. All stars are fishes. All stars are fishes. Some fishes are moons. Some fishes are moons. And all moons are birds. All moons are birds. All moons are birds. Conclusion first. Some birds are fishes. Some birds are fishes. So part of bird is 3, 4 and 5 and fishes is 1, 2 and 3. Some means at least one area number should be common and we are finding it. It means this is true. Yes. Second is some stars are moons. Some stars are moons. The area of star is 1 and that of moon is 3 and 4. Since there is no common part between star and moon and we do not have any negative information here, it means we cannot give any confirmation regarding this particular conclusion. So the answer of this conclusion would be cannot determine. So the answer here would be only one follows. Only one follows. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Rupali, answer should be only one follows. Now, question number 12. all bricks are stones. All bricks are stones. Some stones are rocks. Some stones are rocks. And all rocks are mountain. All rocks are mountain. Conclusion first, some mountains are stones. Some mountains are stones. Part of mountain is 3, 4, 5. And stone is 1, 2 and 3. Again the same thing. We are getting a common area. That is area number 3. It means this conclusion is true. Second is some mountains are bricks. Some mountains are bricks. Some mountains are bricks. Area of mountain is 3, 4 and 5. And brick is only 1. Since we do not have any common area in between the two. So, we cannot give any confirmation of this particular conclusion. So, the answer is cannot determine. And the third one is some stones are bricks. Some stones are bricks. Part of stone is 1, 2 and 3. And brick is 1. So since we are getting a common area, it means the answer of this conclusion is true. Answer of this conclusion is true. So answer would be both first and third follows. First and third. Only first and third follow. So the answer is what? Option C. Only 1 and 3 follow. Clear? Yes. Now statement number 13. Kushi, third one is also true, na? The third conclusion is also true. So that's why our answer will be only 1 and 3 follow. Now come to question number 13. This one is also true. Since there is a common part, it means the case of sum is true. Even Nadeem is saying that the answer of 12th question is A. Now come to this particular question, question number 13 now. Some desks are chairs. Some desks are chairs. Some chairs are pen. Some chairs are pen. And some pens are drawers. Some pens are drawers. Now come to conclusion number 1. Some drawers are desk. So area of drawer is now 6 and 7 and desk is 1 and 2. Since there is no common part between these two elements and we are not getting any negative information from the statement. See, desk is here, drawer is here. We are not getting any negative relation between desk and drawer. It means the answer of this particular conclusion holds, cannot determine. Yes, Punita, very good. Devinder, good. Now come to second question. Some drawer are chair. So drawer, part of drawer is 6 and 7 and that of chair is 2, 3 and 4. Again, we are not getting any common part between drawer and chair here. So answer of this conclusion is also cannot determine. Now come to conclusion number 3. No drawer is chair. Part of drawer is 6 and 7 and that of chair is 2, 3 and 4. Again, we are not getting any common part, nor we have any negative relation between the two. So since there is no common part between the two and there is no negative relation mentioned from the statement, we are not getting any negative information from the statement in between the two. So that's why the answer would be cannot determine. That's why the answer would be cannot determine. Now see conclusion number 2nd and 3rd. Conclusion number 2nd and 3rd. Conclusion number 2nd and 3rd. Some drawers are chair and no drawer is chair. Elements are same, drawer, drawer, chair, chair. Terms are contradictory and answer of both the conclusion is cannot determine. It means we can combine them using either and or. Since these two conclusions are satisfying all the conditions for either and or. The elements should be same, the terms should be contradictory, and answer of both the conclusions should be cannot determine. If these three conditions are satisfying, it means we will combine them using either and or. So here the answer would be only either 2nd or 3rd. Only either 2nd or 3rd. Okay, so question number 14 now. No tree is fruit. No tree is fruit. So this is tree and this is fruit. So no tree is fruit. All fruits are stones. All fruits are stones. All stones are rains. All stones are rains. So tree, fruit, stone and rain. Now, since there is a negative statement that no tree is fruit, so part of tree is 1 and that of fruit is 2. So we can say from the statement or the figure that there is a negative relation between area number 1 and 2. So there is a negative relation between tree and fruit. Tree has a negative relation with fruit only. So that's why tree has a negative relation till part number 2. We do not know the exact relationship between area 1 and 3, 4. It may be positive or may be negative. We cannot give any confirmation. Just remember this. Now, conclusion number 1, no stone is tree. No stone is tree. Part of a stone is 2 and 3 and that of tree is 1. No means what? There should be a complete negative relation between the two. Is there any complete negative relation between stone and tree? No. Only 2 has a negative relation with 1. We do not know the exact relation of 3 and 1. So since we are not getting any negative information between 3 and 1, we cannot consider this conclusion as true. So the answer would be cannot determine. Since we do not know the exact relation between 3 and 1, that's why the answer would be cannot determine. Now, second is no rain is tree. No rain is tree. Part of rain is 2, 3 and 4 and tree is 1. Again the same condition. Only 2 has negative relation with 1. Since we do not know the exact relation of 3, 4 with 1, we cannot consider this conclusion with no true. So that's why the answer of this conclusion is also cannot determine. Since only some part of rain has a negative relation with tree, not the whole part of rain. So for making this conclusion true, the whole part of rain should have a negative relation with that of whole part of tree. We are not getting that particular conclusion, that particular condition. So that's why the answer of this conclusion is also cannot determine. Now come to the third conclusion. Some rains are fruit. Some rains are fruit. Part of rain is 2, 3, 4 and that of fruit is only 2. Since the term is sum means at least one area between the two elements should be common. One area between the two elements should be common. So we are getting that, it means it is true. Now, fourth one. Some rains are trees. Some rains are trees. Some rains are trees. So again, part of rain is 2, 3, 4 and that of tree is 1. Since we are not getting any common part between the two and the whole part of rain does not have a negative relation with tree, so means we cannot give any confirmation between the two. So that's why answer of this conclusion is also cannot determine. Now, we can clearly see the second conclusion and fourth conclusion are having the same element, like rain, rain, tree, tree. Element of these two conclusions are same. Now see the term. Term here is no and here it is some. Means the terms are contradictory and answer of both the conclusion is cannot determine. So since it is satisfying all the conditions of either and or, we will combine them using either and or. So here the answer will be only 3 and either second or fourth follows. So there should be an either or relation between second and fourth and 3 alone is true. So here the answer will be option C. Getting my point now? Okay. Now come to question 15. Some toffees are sweet, some cakes are sweet. Some toffees are sweet and some cakes are sweets. Some cakes are also sweets. So conclusion first, some sweets are cake. Some sweets are cake. Part of sweet is 2, 3 and 4 and that of cake is 4 and 5. Okay. So since we are getting a common part, that is area number 4, it means the answer of this conclusion is true. And second is some sweets are toffee. Some sweets are toffee. So area of sweet is 2, 3, 4 and that of toffee is 1 and 2. Again we are getting a common part. It means the case of some is true. So here the answer will be both first and second follows. Both first and second follows means option C. So I think the concept of either and or is clear to you all. Okay. So let's move to the next concept, and that is conclusions, or you can say cases of possibilities. So you will find possibilities attached with the conclusions. Like right now, till now we are getting normal conclusions which were written in a format of this, but in case of possibilities, you will find conclusions like this, that sum A being B is a possibility. So let us discuss the concept of possibility. It is very simple, very easy. If we have understood the concept so far, then I don't think so there will be any problem for understanding the cases of possibilities. Whenever a conclusion is written like this, that sum A being B is a possibility, what we will do, we'll do a very simple thing. We will consider this conclusion as a normal conclusion like we were getting till now. Means we will consider this conclusion as sum A or B. We will consider this question or conclusion written as sum A or B, and try to find the answer of this particular part, whether it is true, false, or cannot determine. We were doing this only, na? So what we will do, we will consider this conclusion as sum A or B and try to find the answer of this particular part, whether it is true, false, or cannot determine. So if this conclusion holds true, and ahead is possibility is mentioned, means possibility is added to it. So true plus possibility holds false. True plus possibility holds false. And if we are getting the answer of this particular part as false, so false plus possibility is also false. But if we are getting the answer of this question as cannot determine, then if we attach possibility in the cases of cannot determine, it holds true. So remember these three things. If the answer of conclusion is true and ahead of that possibility is mentioned, it means it becomes false. If the answer of conclusion is false and possibility is attached to it, the answer will be again false. And if cannot determine, the answer of conclusion is cannot determine, and after that possibility is mentioned, it means the answer of this conclusion is cannot determine plus possibility is true. Cannot determine plus possibility is true. So now what we will do, we will consider all the conclusions from here as the cases of possibilities. Okay, so we will add possibility to each of the conclusions mentioned. Okay, like the first conclusion of question number 16 is no rose is a lotus. So we will consider it as no rose being lotus is a possibility. Is a possibility. Similarly, all lotus are flower, so we will consider it as all lotus being flower is a possibility. And now try to find the answer of the given conclusions. Okay, So now come to the statement part. No rose is a flower. No rose is a flower. So this part is rose and this is flower. So there is a negative relation between rose and flower. And no flower is a lotus. No flower is a lotus. So we have three different areas and we can clearly see that rose and flower has a negative relation, means there is a negative relation between area number 1 and 2 and that between 2 and 3 as well. The question is not displaying. Okay, just wait. Now, check the answer of this particular conclusion now. The statement is no rose is flower and no flower is lotus. And conclusions are no rose being lotus is a possibility. And second one is all lotus being flower is a possibility. Now, let's see. No rose being lotus is a possibility. We will consider it as no rose is lotus. Chalo. So, no rose is lotus. Part of rose is 1 and that of lotus is 3. Do we have a direct negative relation between these two? Is there any direct negative relation between these two? No. Area 1 has a negative relation with area 2 and 2 has a negative relation with 3. So there is no direct negative relationship between 1 and 3. So since there is no direct relationship between 1 and 3, so the answer of this particular part cannot be true. Answer will be what? Cannot determine. So answer of this part is cannot determine. And after it, possibility is there. So cannot determine plus possibility. Cannot determine plus possibility holds true. So this conclusion now becomes true. This conclusion now becomes true. Come to the second conclusion. All lotus being flower is a possibility. Part of lotus is 3 and that of flower is 2. As we are getting a complete negative relationship between the two, it means the answer of this part holds false. Since there is a negative relationship between area 3 and 2 and here the conclusion is positive, it means this particular part, answer of this particular part holds false. And false plus possibility is again false. So here what we will answer? We will answer as only one conclusion. Conclusion number 1 follows. Okay? Is it clear? Now, move to the next question. Okay, we will discuss it later. Let's discuss statement number 18. Add possibility to all the conclusions. Add possibilities to all the conclusions. In every conclusion, add this term possibility. So the statement is all men are women and all women are crazy. So all men are women and all women are crazy. Conclusion is all men being crazy is a possibility. Let's check this part. As all men are crazy. So since all men means area number 1, is there in crazy, it means all men are crazy holds true. So if we have a confirmed answer, okay. So all men being crazy is a possibility. Since all men are crazy, the answer of this particular part is true. And as we know that true plus possibility holds false. So answer of this conclusion is false. Answer of this particular conclusion is false. Second is, all the crazy are men. All the crazy are men means all crazy are men. So we will change it to all crazy being men is a possibility. So the part of crazy is 1, 2 and 3 and that of men is 1. All crazy means 1, 2, 3. All the 3 areas should be there in men. But we are getting only area number 1 is there in men. Since area number 2, 3 means these two parts are uncommon. And we cannot give any confirmation regarding the uncommon part in the figure. So since area number 2 and 3 is uncommon, is not there in men, so this particular part is uncommon. And we cannot give any confirmation regarding the uncommon part. So that's why the answer of this particular part is cannot determine. And after it, possibility is attached to it. So cannot determine plus possibility holds true. So the answer is true. Now third is, some of the crazy are men means some crazy being men is a possibility. Some crazy being men is a possibility. So part of crazy is 1, 2 and 3 and that of men is 1. So since some crazy are men is true because there is a common area between the two. So answer of this particular part is true and after it possibility is attached. It means the answer of this conclusion is false. True plus possibility is false. And fourth conclusion is some crazy are women. So we will make it as some crazy being women is a possibility. Is a possibility. So part of crazy is again 1, 2, 3 and women is 1 and 2. So since we are getting two areas common means the answer of this conclusion holds true, but after it possibility is attached to it. True plus possibility becomes false. True plus possibility becomes false. So the answer should be only second conclusion follows. Answer should be only second conclusion follows. Okay, now come to next question, question number 19. So all the harmoniums are instruments. All the harmoniums are instruments. All the instruments are flutes. All the instruments are flutes. Conclusion is all the instruments are, all the flutes are instruments. Means we will convert it into all flutes being instrument is a possibility. all fluids being instrument is a possibility. And the second one is all harmoniums being flute is a possibility. All harmonium being flute is a possibility. Cases of possibilities now. Okay, Dipanshu is saying, sir, in exam, if one of the conclusion follows, but they have not given it in the options itself rather than it would. No, we will not mark none follow. Rather, we should mark none of these. The option should be none of these. If your answer is not available, if the answer which you found from the statement is not available, is not there in the options, then you must find an option of none of these over there. So in that particular case, your answer would be none of these. Okay, very good, very good. See, part of flute is 1, 2 and 3 and that of instrument is 1 and 2. Since here the term is all. All means all area of all fruits. Area of all flutes should be inside or should be common with instrument. So we have two areas common in between flutes and instrument, but this third part is not there in the instruments. It means what? This particular area number 3 is uncommon between the two. And if it is uncommon between the two, our answer would be cannot determine, and after it possibility is attached to it, it means cannot determine plus possibility holds true. Cannot determine plus possibility holds true. Now come to second conclusion. All harmonium being flute is a possibility. Part of harmonium is 1 and that of flutes are 1, 2 and 3. Since all the part of harmonium is common in flute, we are getting all the part of harmonium common in flute, means answer of this particular part is true, but again possibility is attached to it, so that's why true plus possibility becomes false. So answer of this particular part is false. So I think you might have understand the concept of possibilities also. Is there any issue with the case of possibilities? See, we will try to find the answer of this particular part first. If this particular part holds true and after it possibility is attached to it, so true plus possibility will be false. Money. Similarly, if the answer of this particular part is cannot determine and after it possibility is attached to it, so the answer of cannot determine plus possibility is true. And if the answer of this particular part is false and after it possibility is attached to it, answer will be cannot means false. Possibility false plus possibility is false. Vaibhavi, it will be mentioned in the conclusion only. It will be mentioned in the conclusion. You will find a conclusion written like this only. So it should be mentioned in the conclusion. You will find a conclusion written like this in your examination. Is it fine? So whenever you find a conclusion written like this in this particular format, you will find possibility mentioned in the conclusion itself. You need not to worry. Okay? Now come to this particular question. Again, attach possibility to each of the conclusions, since we are practicing the case of possibilities and these conclusions are normal conclusions. So attach possibility in all of the conclusions. Yes, yes. The conclusion all flutes can come inside harmonium or can come inside instrument. This is a case of possibility. So basically where we use possibilities, in which case we use possibilities? Where there is no confirmation. So if we have a confirmed answer of a particular conclusion, their possibilities does not exist. So that's why when we are confirming the answer of any conclusion or marking it as true or false, means we have the confirmed information regarding the conclusion. So when we have a confirmation, their possibilities does not exist. So that's why the answer of conclusion is false. But where there is no possibility, means no confirmation, where there is no confirmation, there only exist the possibilities. So where there is no confirmation, only in that particular case the possibilities exist. Got my point now? So answer of question number 20 is C. Okay. All elephants are camels. So all elephants are camels. All camels are rat. All camels are rat. Now, conclusion is all camels being elephant is a possibility. You will find the conclusion written like this. All camels being elephant is a possibility. So area of camel is 1 and 2 and that of elephant is only 1. All camels means 1 and 2. Both the areas should be common with elephant as well. But here we are getting only one part is common. Area number 2 is not common with elephant. Since area number 2 is not common with elephant, means the answer of this particular part is cannot determine. And after it possibility is attached, it means cannot determine plus possibility is true. Cannot determine plus possibility is true. Come to the second conclusion. All rat being camel is a possibility. All rat being camel is a possibility. So part of rat is 1, 2, 3 and that of camel is 1 and 2. All rat means all the part of rat should be inside camel as well. We are getting only 2 parts common. The third part is not there in camel. So this area number 3 becomes uncommon. And if this area number 3 becomes uncommon, means the answer of this particular part should be cannot determine. And after it possibility is attached. So cannot determine plus possibility holds true. So answer of this conclusion is also true. So here, if we attach possibilities to the given conclusion, our answer would be option C, both conclusion 1 and 2 follows. Both conclusion 1 and 2 follows. Now, what I think this particular concept of possibility is clear to you all. So, now we will discuss some of the important aspects of syllogism. See, we will consider some term as similar. So whenever you find a term like few, a few, the few, many, most, almost, at most, maximum, minimum, or any number. any number, 1, 2, 3, we will consider all these terms as sum or percentage between 0 and 100. Between 0 and 100. We will consider all these terms as sum. Richa, when I say all A are B, when it is said that all A are B, here we are getting the information of all part of A only, means all A are B. We are getting an information of all the parts of A only, not about this particular part. The statement is not giving us information about this particular part. So when there is a statement like all A are B, we can draw a couple of diagrams for this particular statement. One is this and the other one is this. We need to satisfy only all A are B. So if you will try to draw the diagram of any particular statement, you will find we can represent a statement with multiple diagrams. Reason being that the statement represents only one part of the Venn diagram, not the whole Venn diagram. Getting my point, Richa? So here all A are B can be represented by these two figures. Here also all A are inside B, and here also all A are inside B. So all the part of A are inside B in both the cases. So that's why what we usually do, we draw a figure like this, but we cannot give any confirmation regarding this particular part. This can exist or cannot exist. To make this statement satisfy, we can draw both the diagrams. So we have information of only all part of A, but not all part of B. So this particular rest of the part, it can exist or cannot exist. Means we have no confirmation regarding this part of the figure. So when you say that all A are B and all B are C, we can draw this figure also. And all A are B and all B are C, we can draw this figure also. So that's why all crazy are men. All men are crazy doesn't mean that all crazy are men. All A are B doesn't mean that all B are A. Like, let's take an example, means live example. You all are sitting inside the room, but the whole room is not inside you, na? So that's why. Now, when you find a term like each, every, or in percentage, 100%, or if no prefix is attached to the statement, we will consider all of them as all. Like, when I say boys are intelligent, since there is no term before it, so if there is no term before it, we will consider here it as all. Means all boys are intelligent. So when it is mentioned boys are intelligent, it means all boys are intelligent. So in case of 0%, it means it is a case of no. So 0% of boys are intelligent. It means no boy is intelligent. And when you get a term like can be, may be, may not be in the conclusion, whenever you get these terms in the conclusion, these all are conditions of possibility. These all are conditions for possibilities. Clear? Now, one more important thing to discuss, that when it is said that some A are B, it also means that some B are A. Some A are B also means that some B are A. See, when we draw a diagram of this particular statement of some A are B, and as we discussed earlier that this particular statement is giving us information of the common part of A and B, means this particular statement is giving us information regarding area number 2. So some B are A means some part of B which are inside in A. This particular statement is also giving the information regarding the common part of A and B, and that is area number 2. Since both the statements are giving us information about the same part and same relation, it means the meaning of these two statements are also same. The meaning of these two statements are also same. Similarly, no A is B also means that no B is A. See, when you draw a diagram of no A is B, we will draw it like this now. And there is a negative relation between area number 1 and 2. So this particular statement is indicating the same thing, like no B is A means A cannot touch B, or you can say B cannot touch A as well. Means both the statements are having the same meaning. So here in case of some and no, we can consider these two conclusions as contradictory, as well as these two are also contradictory. Means in case of some and no, okay. So when we are changing the conclusion in possible statement, then R will change according to that. Or will it be same as it was in without possible statement in same question? See, when we talk about the cases of normal conclusions, so when there is no possibility added to it, we were answering it into 3 different parts, and that were true, false, and cannot determine. When the possibilities are attached to it, we will again try to consider the conclusion as normal one and try to find the answer of the conclusion in 3 particular cases. But after adding possibility to each of the case, our answer will be, if the case of normal conclusion, the answer of normal conclusion holds true, then true plus possibility we have to mark it as false. False plus possibility is also false, but cannot determine plus possibility holds true. So if it is mentioned, if the cases of possibilities are mentioned in the conclusion only, then only we will check the cases of possibility. Otherwise, we have to consider it as a normal conclusion. Anju. It will be same. It will be same as without case of possibilities, means it will be same as that of a normal conclusion. But after adding possibility to it, our answer will change. The effect of possibility will change the answer further. But we usually try to find the answer of the question and considering it as a normal conclusion only. Anju, I guess it is clear to you. So, what we were discussing over here was that sum A or B also means that sum B or A, means the position of the element does not matter in case of sum and no. Element should be same, their position does not matter in case of sum and no to make the contradictory pair of either and or. So we can make a condition of either and or using these two conclusions or using these two as well. So we can make answer as either and or by combining these two as well. But in case of second contradictory pair, that was all and some not, all A or B does not mean that all B are A. Since in case of all A or B, we were drawing a diagram like this. So we have information of this particular part only, area number 1, and not of area number 2. But when we say all B are A, so we are getting the information of whole part of B and not of A. So since the two statements are not same, we cannot change the position of elements in the two cases. Similarly, when the statement is sum A are not B, it doesn't mean that sum B are not A. As we draw the same diagram for the two statement, but there is a difference between the two statements, and that difference is sum A or B is representing some part of A which is not there inside B, means as per the first statement it is representing the area number 1 of the diagram. But when the statement is like this, that sum B are not A, means some part of B which is not inside A, and as per the statement this represents part number 3 of the diagram. Since the two statements are representing different part of the Venn diagram, that's why the two statement does not have the same meaning, means we cannot replace sum A are not B with sum B are not A. So that's why whenever we have to make a pair of either and or in case of all and some not, just remember one thing, that is all A or B, its contradictory pair will be only sum A or not B. Means the position of the elements should be same. Not only the elements should be same, their position should also be same. Then only we will consider it as contradictory pairs. So we can make a case of condition of either and or using these two only, or these two only. But we cannot make a condition of either and or with this and this. Since the position of element is not the same, we cannot make any condition of either and or using these two conclusions. So in case of all and some not, the position of element should be same. But in case of some and no, it is not necessary that their position should be same. Like here, no A is B or no B is A. Since both the conclusions are having the same meaning, we can easily combine them using either and or. But here we cannot do that. So position of element must be the same in both the cases. Is it clear? So we have discussed round about 20 questions in this particular topic, and I think it is now sufficient for you people. I'll try to give some practice sheet also very soon. So let's start the new topic, and that is ranking arrangement. So let us discuss the concept of ranking arrangement first, then we will come to the questions. So here, so let us discuss the basics of this particular topic, then we will come to the questions. Okay. So here in this particular topic, you will get that some people are standing in a horizontal line or a vertical line. So when we talk about a horizontal line, these 2 points are the ends of the line. One is called the left end and the other one is right end. And whenever we have to move in this particular case, we will move either right or left. So our right and their right will be same, our left and their left will be the same. But in case of vertical line, the name of the ends will change. One end will become top and the other end will become bottom. And in this particular case, we will move from a particular position either above of it or below of it. So either above or below. The concept moreover is similar, but the terms here mentioned gets changed. In horizontal line, one end is left and the other end is right, but in vertical line, one end is top and the other end is bottom. So the most common question in this particular topic is to find out the total number of persons in the row. This is the most common question which you will get over here. So how to find out the total number of persons here? For that, what we will do, we will try to find a position of a person from both the ends. So what we will do, we will try to find the position of A. Let's say A is a person from both the ends. One position from the left end and the second position, let's say, from the right end. To get the total number in this particular case, we will try to add the position of a person from both the ends. So we will try to add the position of A from left end as well as from right end. But when we add these two positions, you can easily see that A is being counted in both the cases. Here, when we were counting the number of persons from the left end as well as the number from the right end, in both the cases, A is considered. So it means what? We are counting A 2 times. But A is only one person and we are counting it 2 times, means one more time. So this one extra of A has to be eliminated from the sum of their positions. So to find out the total number of person in the row, our formula will be position of a person from left end plus right end minus 1. In case of rank, that one of the end becomes top and the other end becomes bottom. So in case of rank, to find out the total number, we will use this particular formula. We will use this particular formula, that is top plus bottom minus 1. So position of a person from top and from bottom and minus 1. Getting my point? So let's start with the questions. So come to question number 2 first. Question number 2 is, Seema's rank is 7th from the top and 26th from the bottom. So we are getting the position of Seema from both the ends. From the top, Seema is 7th and 26th from the bottom. And the question is, how many students are there in the class? Yes, quite simple. As we are getting the position of Seema from both the ends, what we will do? We will add these two positions and deduct 1 from it. So 7 plus 22 is 33 minus 1 is 32. So the answer is total is how much? 32. Total is 32. Yes. So the answer of this particular question is option D. Now, come to question number 3. Question number 3. So answer of second question, question number 3 is, if you are 12th person in the queue starting from either end, then the number of person in the queue is 12th from either end. Let's say 12th from top and 12th from bottom. So to get the total number, we will add these two positions and deduct 1 from it. We will get 23. Yes. So answer of question number 3rd is 23. Okay. Now, suppose in a question, if we are getting the total number and position of any person from one of the ends, so can we find the position of that particular person from the other end? So suppose total number is mentioned and position of a person from left end is mentioned. So can we find the position of that particular person from right end? So for getting the position of right end, what we can do? In total number, we will add 1 to it and deduct the position of left end to get the position of right end. And similarly, if we have to find the position of a person from left end, then the formula becomes total plus 1 minus right hand. Same we can do with this particular formula as well. If we have to find the position of a person from top, then what we will do? Total plus 1 minus bottom. And when we have to find a position of a person from bottom, then we will use this formula, that total plus 1 minus 1 minus top. Yes. So now let's discuss question number first. Question number 1. Yes. Very good. So Atish is 14th from the right end in a row of 40 boys. So total number is 40 and position of Atish from the right end is 14th. So we have to find the position of Atish from left. So what we will do? We will use total plus 1 minus 14 means minus right hand to get the position of Atish from the left hand. Na? So the answer of question number 1 is 27. Yes. Okay. So we have discussed the three questions so far. Now come to question number 4. So in a class of 40 children, Sonam's rank is 8th from the top. Beena is 5 ranks below Sonam. What is Beena's rank from the bottom? So the total number of children is 40 and Beena's rank from the top is 8th. Beena's rank from the top is 8th. Sorry, Sonam's rank from the top is 8th. Sonam's rank from the top is 8th. Beena is 5 ranks below Sonam. Beena is 5 ranks below Sonam. So, Beena is 5 ranks below Sonam. Since Beena is 5 places below Sonam, what we will do? We will add this 5, this position to the position of Sonam, means 8 plus 5, 13, to get the position of Beena from the top. So, for getting the position of Beena from the top, what we will do? We will add the position into the position of Sonam, that of Sonam. So 8 plus 5 becomes 13. So Beena's position from the top is now 13th. So the question is, what is her position from the bottom? So as we know, the total number is 40. Add 1 to it and deduct the position of Beena from the top, means the answer is 28th from the bottom. 28. Yes. So answer of question number 4 is 28. Now come to question number 5. Here also we will use the same concept. See, in a class of 36 students, Vineet's rank from the top is 12th. So total value is 36 and position of Vineet from top is 12th. Now, Kunal's rank is 3 places above Vineet. So we have to move above of Vineet. How many places? 3 places. Since the position of Vineet is from the top and we are moving above Vineet, means we need to deduct this 3 from the position of Vineet, means 12 minus 3. Position of Kunal from the top will be how much? 9. Is it clear or not? Since the position of Vineet is from the top and we are moving above Vineet to get the position of Kunal, so for that we have to deduct this position from the position of Vineet from the top. So 12 minus 3 becomes 9th. So Kunal's position from the top is 9th. And now we have to find the position of Kunal from the bottom. So for that, what we will do, adding 1 to the total number and deducting the position of Kunal from the top, means 37 minus 9, answer will be 28 again. So position of Kunal from the bottom is 28th. Okay. Now, come to question number 6. So, Rupesh rank is 16 from the top and 29 from the bottom among those who passed an examination. Among those who passed an examination. 6 boys did not participate and in the competition and 5 failed in it. How many boys were there in the class? So since Rupesh rank is 16th from the top and 29th from the bottom, among those who passed the examination. Among those who passed the examination. So the total number of students who passed the examination are total. For getting the total number of passed students, we have to add the position of the person, that is Rupesh, from the top and bottom and deduct 1 from it. 16 plus 29 is 45, minus 1 is 44. So the total number of passed students is 44. And after that, it is mentioned that 6 students were absent, were not there for the examination, and finally 5 failed in it. 5 failed in it. So the total student strength of the class will be pass plus absent plus fail, means we have to add these 3 values, 44 plus 650 plus 5, 55. So the total strength of the class will be 55. So the answer is option D, 55. Very good. Now come to this question, question number 7. Vineet Jalan finds that he is 20th from the right end in a row of boys and 6th from the left end. Then how many boys should be added to the row such that there are 36 boys in that row? See, Vineet's position is 28th from right end and 6th from left end. So to find the total number of persons or boys in the row, we will add these 2 positions and deduct 1 from it. 20 plus 6, 26 minus 1 is 25. So the total strength is of 25. But we have to make it 36. To make this value 36, we need to add 11 boys in it. Since the total number of boys is 25 in the row, To make it 36, we need to add 11 in it. So the answer is, how many boys should be added? Answer will be 11 boys. 11 boys needed to be added to make this value 36. Now, come to question number 8. Let's see the 8th question now. In a row of boys, Alok is 7th from the start. Alok is 7th from the start and 11th from the end. So since we are getting the position of Alok from both the ends, we will add them and deduct 1 from it to get the total number of boys in the row, and that is 17. So in another row, Santosh is 10th from the start and 12th from the end. So information of one more row is mentioned, that Santosh is 10th from the start and 12th from the end. So in Santosh's row, the total number of boys are 21. So how many boys are there in both the rows together? So in both the rows, we have to add these two values to get the total number of boys in both the rows together. So the answer is not 37. Answer is none of these, na? In the first row, the total number of boys are 17, and in the second row, the total number of boys are 21. Adding these two values, we will get 38. So in both the rows together, there are 38 boys, not 37. Means the answer will be none of these. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, this question is a better one. So in a row of girls facing north, Tanu is 10th to the left of Priyanka. So let's say this is a row of girls facing north and Tanu is 10th to the left of Priyanka. Let's say here it is Priyanka, and on the left hand side at 10th position Tanu is there. So come 10 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Let's say Tanu is here. So Tanu is 10th to the left of Priyanka. Tanu is 10th to the left of Priyanka. Who is 21st from the right end? Means Priyanka is 21st from the right end. So since Priyanka is 21st from the right end, what would be Tanu's position from the right end now? So Priyanka's position is 21. So let's count. This number is 21. Then if we are moving towards left, the number will get increase. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 and 31. So we can say that position of Tanu from the right end is 31 now. Position of Tanu from the right end is 31 now. Now let's move to the next information. If Twinkle, who is 17th from the left end. So the position of Twinkle from the left end is mentioned, that is 17th. And is 4th to the right of Tanu. It means Twinkle is 4th to the right of Tanu. So we have to move on the right hand side of Tanu. How many positions? 4. So from Tanu, let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Means Twinkle is here. Twinkle is 4th to the right of Tanu. So that's why 1, 2, 3, 4. So Twinkle is here. Now the position of Twinkle from the right end would be how much? So this position was 21. Count 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27. So position of Twinkle from the right end is 27. So position of Twinkle from the right end is 27 and the left end is already mentioned, that was 17. So for getting the total number, we will add these two positions and deduct from one from it. We will get 43. 17 plus 27 is 44, minus 1, 43. So the total number of girls in this particular row is 43, which is option B. Okay. Next question is, in a row of 29 boys, Rathod is 17th position from the left, while Hassan is 17th position from the right end. How many boys are there between Rathod and Hassan? So whenever you find a question like this, where we have to find the number of persons in between the two persons. So let's see how can we solve a question like this. So in this question, total number is given and the total value is how much? 29. Now position of Rathod is 17th from left hand, while Hassan's position is 17th from right hand. So whenever we get the position of the two persons from two different ends and we have to find the number of persons in between the two, what we will do, we will add these two positions first. We will add the position of the two person first. So after adding, we are getting it, how much? 34. 17 plus 17 is 34. Now, we will compare the sum of the positions with the total number. Whether this value, the sum of the position, is it more than that of the total number or less than that of the total number? So if we see clearly that this value is more than that of the means, or you can say greater than that of the total value. So if it is greater than that of the total value, what we will do, we will find the difference between these two, means the sum of the position and total. And since this value is more than that of the total number, we will further deduct 2 from it. Okay. So 34 minus 29 minus 2, our answer would be 3. Yes, Prakhar, very good. So we will, means repeating the things again. Step number 1, to add the position of two persons from two different ends and then compare it with the total number. If it is more than that of the total number, we will try to find the difference between the sum of the positions and total number and further deducting 2 from it to get the answer. So the answer over here is not 5, answer is 3. So in this particular case, you will get one more condition. Means one more question might arise where the sum of the position is less than that of the total number. Then what we will do? See, okay, why will deduct 2? See, when we are adding these two positions, 17th from the left and 17th from the right, these two persons are counted twice in it. In this value, these two persons are counted twice. So when we are deducting the total number from the sum of the position, they got minus 1 time, but we need to deduct them one more time to get the number of persons in between Hassan and Rathod. So that's why we need to deduct further 2 from it, means we need to deduct Hassan and Rathod one more time. So if in this particular question the total number of student would be 40, then so if the total number is 40 and their sum of positions are same, means the position of Rathore is 17th from left and that of Hassan is 17th from right. And when we add these two positions, we are getting 34, which is smaller than that of the total value. So when the sum of the position is less than that of the total value, we will try to find the difference of the two only to get the answer. Means 40 minus 34, answer would be 6. So here in this case, we need to remember these two conditions. Condition number 1, when the sum of the position exceeds the total number, and second case, when the sum of the position is less than that of the total number. Is it clear or not? So here the answer will be 3. Now let's take a short break and then we will continue. Okay? I have just taken an example, Vaibhavi. I have taken just another example to answer the question. What if the total number of boys would be 40 here? Then how can we find the answer? Yes, it is assumed value to make you understand the second case. That is, if the total number exceeds the sum of the positions, then what we will do? Okay? So let's take a break now and then we will further continue. So, welcome back. Now, let's discuss question number 11. In a queue of girls, Deepa is 18th from the front while Nanda is 16th from the back. If Kalika is 25th from the front and is exactly in the middle of Deepa and Nanda, then how many girls are there in the queue? Then how many girls are there in the queue? So, in a queue of girls, Deepa is 18th from the front. Let's say this is Deepa. And Deepa's position from the front is 18th. And Nanda is 16th from the back. Nanda is 16th from the back. If Kalika is 25th from the front, so since Kalika is 25th from the front, means Kalika is 7 positions below Deepa, we can say. Kalika is 7th position below Deepa. Okay. And is exactly in the middle of Deepa and Nanda. So since Kalika is exactly between Deepa and Nanda, means if Kalika is 7 positions below Deepa, then Nanda must be same, 7 positions below Kalika. So since Kalika is sitting exactly in the middle of the two, and Kalika is 7 places below Deepa, it also means that Nanda will be 7 places below Kalika as well. So Nanda's position from the top will be 25 plus 7, 32nd from the top. So now Nanda is 32nd from the top and 16th from the bottom. So the total number would be 32 plus 16 minus 1, means answer will be 47. Answer will be 47. So come to question number 2, means 12th. In a row of 21 boys, when Raman was shifted by 4 places towards the right, he becomes 12th from the left. What was his earlier position from the right end of the row? So let's say this is a row and this is Raman's initial position, or you can say first position. Now when he shifts 4 places to his right, so from here we have to move 4 places to the right. After moving 4 places to the right, Raman becomes 12th from the left end. So position of Raman is 12th from the left end. So the position of Raman's initial position from the left would be what? So if this is 12, then this is 11, 10, 9 and 8. So Raman's initial position from the left is 8, and the total strength is 21. And the question is, what is his earlier position from the right? So earlier position from the right would be total plus 1 minus left. 22 minus 8, that is 14. So 22 minus 8, it is 14. Yes, answer is option B. Raman is 14th from the right. Okay. Now come to question number 13. In a row of children facing north, Sonam, if shifted to her right by 4 places, becomes 18th from the right end of the row. Anjuman, who is 15th from the left end of the row, is 5th to the left of Sonam. How many children are there in the row? It is also quite simple. Let's see. Let's say this is a row. Let's say this is Sonam's initial position. Now, if Sonam if shifted to her right by 4 places, so if we shift Sonam 4 places to her right, then she becomes 18th from the right end. So the position of this particular place is 18th from the right end. Sonam is sitting over here only. Remember this. So if this is 18, then this will be 19, 20, 21 and 22. Means right now Sonam is sitting at a seat which is 22nd from the right end. So this particular seat, the position of this particular seat is 22nd from the right end. Now Anjuman, who is 15 from the left end of the row, position of Anjuman is given 15th from the left end of the row. 15th from the left end of the row is 5th to the left of Sonam. So Anjuman is 5th to the left of Sonam, means we have to move further to the left of Sonam. 5 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Anjuman is here. So what is Anjuman's position from the right end now? So this position is 22nd, then this will be 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So position of Anjuman from the right end is 27 now. So the total number will be left hand plus right hand minus 1, which is how much? 41. So the answer is 41. Option C. Yes. So answer of 13th question is option C. Fifteen students are standing in horizontal row from left to right. If all the odd number students in the row are shifted to successive odd number positions, what will be the position of Sonam, who was 7th from the left end of the row initially? So there are how many students? 15. Okay. Mani is saying B, means 7th from the right end. Okay. Anyone else wants to answer? Punita Sonkar is saying B. Okay. See, as per the given condition, if all the odd numbered students in the row are shifted to successive odd numbered positions, means what? The person who was sitting at first place would shift its place to the third. Third number of a person will shift his place to fifth. Similarly, fifth to seventh, seventh to ninth, ninth to 11th, 11th to 13th. And the person at 13th position will shift his place to 15. One statement is missing in the question, and that is about the last person, that is 15th one. There is no 17th seat. So it should be mentioned that the person who is at last, either he shift his places to first position or somewhere else. It has to be mentioned. If it is not mentioned, so this add this particular statement also, that the person at 15th place would shift his place to the first one. Now we can answer this particular question. So Sonam's initial position was 7th. So Sonam was here. So after shifting his places to the successive odd number, means Sonam would come at position number 9th from the left. And since the total number of person is 15, so Sonam's position from right would be what? Total plus 1 minus 9. So total 15, 15 plus 1, 16, 16 minus 9, that is 7th. Then only we can answer that Sonam's position is either 9th from the left or you can say 7th from the right. So this one statement is missing. So see, Sonam's position is 7th from the right. Now come to question number 15 now. Yes, case of interchange. In a row at a bus stop, Amit is 7th from the left and Prakash is 9th from the right. Both of them interchange their positions and thus Amit becomes 11th from the left. How many people are there in that row? So let's see. In a row at a bus stop, Amit is 7th from the left. So here in this particular case, we have two situations. Case number 1 is before interchanging their seats, or you can say their old positions or initial positions. And the case number 2 is after interchanging their seats, means their new positions. So I am marking it like this, that one is their old position and second one is their new positions. Case of before interchange and after interchange. So in a row at a bus stop, Amit is 7th from the left and Prakash is 9th from the right. So Amit's initial position was 7th from the left and Prakash's initial position was 9th from the right. Now, both of them interchange their positions and thus Amit becomes 11th from the left. So after interchanging their seats, Amit becomes 11th from the left. In this particular case, whenever we have to find the total number of persons in the row, what we will do to get the total number, we will use this particular formula. We will add the position of one person's new position and the other person's old position. One person's new position and the other person's old position and deduct 1 from them. So position of Amit, new position of Amit is given. So position of Amit from left is 11th. And now we will consider the second person's old position, that is Prakash's old position, that was 9th from the right end. Add them, deduct 1 from it, we will get the total number. So the total number of persons in the row is 19. Total number of persons in the row is 19. New position of one person and old position of second person. Add them, deduct 1 from it to get the total number. Okay. Now come to question number 16. See, in a queue of children, Lovely is 5th from the left and Ria is 6th from the right. So Lovely is 5th from the left. Sorry, 5th. And Ria is 6th from the right. When they interchange their places among themselves, Lovely becomes 13th from the left. Now, Lovely's new position is given, that is 13th from the left. And the question is, then what will be Ria's position from the right? So now we have to find the position of Ria from the right. For that, what we will do, as both the positions of Lovely is given, old and new, we will try to find the difference between the old and new position of Lovely. So old position of Lovely was 5 and the new position is 13. To make this value 13, to convert the old value into new value, we need to add 8 in it. 8 plus 5 is 13. So here we are adding 8 to make the old position converted into new one. Same value we will add with Ria also. To find the new position of Ria, we will add the same value which we had seen in the case of Lovely. Means we will make the same difference. So 6 plus 8 is 14. So the answer of Ria from the right end is 14. The difference which we get in the old and new position of Lovely, we will try to make the same difference with Ria also to get the answer. So the answer is 14. So Ria's position is 14th from the right end of the row. Ria's position is 14th from the right end of the row. ठीक है? Okay. Now, question number 17. Okay. Question number 17 is, in a row of girls, Priyanka and Deepa occupy 9th place from the right and 10th place from the left and respectively. If they interchange their places, Priyanka and Deepa occupy 17th and 18th places. So initial position of Priyanka and Deepa were 9th and 10th. Priyanka was 9th place from the right and Deepa was 10th place from the left. So after interchanging their seats, Priyanka is now 17th place from the right and Deepa is 18th place from the left. So how can we find the total number of person? It is very simple. Either add these two positions and deduct one from it, or you can add these two positions as well and deduct one from it to get the answer. Means 17 plus 10 minus 1. New position of one person and old position of the second one. Add them and deduct one from it. 17 plus 10, 27 minus 1 is 26. So the total value is how much? 26. Now, question number 18. Question number 18. In a queue of girls, Lovely is 8th from the right end and Khushbu is 12th from the left end. When Lovely and Khushbu interchange their position, then Khushbu becomes 21st from the left end. Which of the following will be Lovely's position from the right? Okay, 17. So Lovely is 8 from the right. Lovely is 8 from the right. And Khushbu is 12th from the left. Okay, Khushbu is 12th from the left. After interchanging their seats, Khushbu becomes 21st from the left. Khushbu becomes 21st from the left. So what is the difference between Khushbu's old position and new position? A difference of 9 positions. 12 plus 9 is 21. So we will add the same value over here also. 8 plus 9, 17 from the right hand. So Lovely's position from the right hand would be 17th. Lovely's position from the right hand would be 17th. Okay. So move to the next question now. This was the case of interchange. In a class test, Rupesh is 6th from the top and Harish is 13th from the bottom. Manish is 9 ranks below Rupesh and 18 ranks above Harish. How many students are there in the class? So Rupesh is 6th from the top. Okay, 6th from the top. And Harish is 13th from the bottom. Harish is 13th from the bottom. So Harish is 13th from the bottom. Manish is 9 ranks below Rupesh. So Manish is 9 ranks below Rupesh. So if Manish is 9 ranks below Rupesh, we need to add 9 in the position of Rupesh to get the position of Manish from the top, and that is 6 plus 9, 15. So position of Manish is 15 from the top and 18 ranks above Harish. So Manish is 18 ranks above Harish. So again, Harish's position was from bottom and we need to move above it. So we will add the position 18. We will add the value 18 in the position of Harish. That is 13 plus 18 is 31. So Manish's position from the bottom is 31st now. So how many persons are there in the row? To find the total number, we will add the position of both the positions of Manish and deduct 1 from it. Subtract 1 from it. So 15 plus 31 is 46, minus 1 is 45. So answer of this question is what? 45. So answer of 19th question is 45. Question number 20 now. A and B study in a class. In a test, A has secured more marks than B. B's rank is 11 from the top among all the students in the class, while rank of A is better than 24 students. Which of the following is definitely true? Which of the following is definitely true? See, As per the question, A has secured more marks than B. It clearly means that A's rank is better than B. If A has secured more marks, means A has better rank than B. B's rank is 11th from the top among all the students. So from the top, B's rank is 11th. So B is here. And now if A has secured more marks than B, it means that the position of A will be somewhere in the top 10 positions. Since B is at 11th place and A has secured more marks, means A has better ranking. So A will be somewhere between 1 to 10. Is it clear? A is somewhere between 1 to 10. Now, next information is, while rank of A is better than 24 students. So rank of A is better than 24 students. It means that A's position from the bottom would be 25th. If 24 persons are after A, it means A is at 25th place. A is at 25th place from the bottom. Now A is at 25th place from the bottom, and we have to find which of the following is definitely true. So the first option is A stood first in the test. A stood first in the test. There is a possibility of A being at first position. We cannot confirm it. Since we cannot confirm the exact position of A, so the first option will be considered as not correct or incorrect. Since there is a possibility of A being here, we cannot confirm at the exact position of A. That's why the first option is incorrect. Now come to second option. Okay. Second option is, there is at least one student between A and B in the rank list. See, as per the information given, A can be anywhere between 1 to 10, means there is a possibility of A being at 10th place as well. So we cannot say that there must be one person between A and B. So B is at 11th, A might be at 10th, so there might be a condition that no one is there between A and B. So we cannot confirm it whether at least one person is there between A or B or not. So A can be at 10th place as well. So in this particular condition, if A comes at 10th place and B is at 11th place, so there is a condition that nobody is there between A and B. So how can we say that at least one student should be there? So we cannot say it like this. If one student should be there between A and B, for that particular condition, to make that particular condition true, A's position should lie somewhere between 1 to 9. But as per the information, we got that A's position can be anywhere between 1 to 10. So that's why the second option is incorrect. The second option is incorrect. Now come to the third option, which says that the total number of students cannot exceed by 34. So total number of students cannot exceed by 34 means the maximum number of students in this particular case cannot exceed 34. So maximum number should be how much? 34. It cannot exceed that. So for finding the maximum number of persons in a row, we have to take the position of persons the maximum possible. So the maximum possible position of A can be what? So the maximum possible position, since A is between 1 and 10, means in the top 10 positions, A's maximum position can be 10th. A's maximum position can be 10th from the top, and A's position from the bottom is 25th. So the total number can be 10 plus 25 minus 1, that is 34. So the maximum number of persons in the row can be 34. It means it cannot exceed it. It cannot exceed this value of 34. So that's why, yes, this is the correct answer. So always remember one thing, whenever we have to find the maximum number of students, we will try to check the maximum possible position of a person. We will try to consider the maximum possible position of the person to find the maximum number of persons. Similarly, option 4th is the minimum number of person. Minimum number of student is 28. So 4th option is minimum number of person is 28. So for getting the minimum number of positions, we need to check the minimum position of the persons. We need to consider the minimum position of person. So minimum position of A can be what? First. So A's minimum position from the top can be first, and from the bottom it is fixed, that is 25. So the minimum number of persons in this row can be 25. But here it is mentioned the minimum number of students is 28. No. Minimum students would be how much? 25. And maximum can be 34. So for getting the minimum number of persons, we have to take the minimum position of a person, and for getting the maximum number of persons, we have to take the maximum possible position of the person. Question number 20 is clear now? Okay. Now move to the next question. Question number 21. So these are the cases of comparisons. Here information regarding 4-5 persons will be given, and on the basis of the given information we have to fix their positions and then answer the questions. Like here, among Q, P, L, M and N, each scores different marks. P scores more than only L and N. P scores more than only L and N. Means there are 5 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P scores more than only L and N means P score of P is more than only 2 persons. So these two, leaving these two, we will put P over here. Since P's score is more than 2 persons, so from the bottom 2 positions we will leave the bottom 2 positions, and from the bottom we will put P at 3rd place. So P's score is more than L and N. So in these 2 positions there is a possibility of L at 4th and N at 5, and one more possibility is there. If L is at 5th, then N is at 4th place. And less than M and Q. So P's score is less than M and Q. But do we have any information that between M and Q, whose score is better? Is there any information given, mentioned, that among M and Q, who has scored more and who has scored less? Is it mentioned in the question? No. So the question is who scores the highest marks? Who scores the highest marks? Right now we cannot confirm it because there is a possibility. There are 2 possibilities over here. One is for M and the other one is for Q. So our first preference should be either M or Q. If it is mentioned in the option, we will consider this first, either M or Q. If it is If it is not there in the option, if it is not there in the option, we will consider cannot determine. Since we are getting two answers, means we are not assured about the particular answer. So that's why we can answer it as cannot determine, or you can say the data is inadequate. So when this is mentioned, our first preference would be this. If this is not available in the question, in the options, then we will consider cannot determine. If both of them are not present in the option, then we will go for this third option, that is of none of these. Then only we have to consider the answer of none of these. Vaibhavi is saying that M has got the highest score. How can we say among M and Q who has got more marks? Is there anything mentioned? No. In this particular case, we can give confirmation of P's position only. We cannot say about who is the least scorer, because here also two possibilities are there. One of L and the second one is of L and the second one is of N. So right now the answer is none of these. The first preference will be given to either and or. If it is not there, then the answer would be cannot determine. If both the options are not there, then only we will go for none of these. Okay. Let's move to the next question, that is question number 22. There are 5 books J, K, Y, W and X placed on a table. Y is placed just below J. W is placed just above X. And K is placed below Y and X. Which of the following books touches the surface of the table? Which of the following books touches the surface of the table? See, Y is placed just below J. So below J it is Y. And W is placed just above X. Above X is W. And K is placed below Y and X. So K is placed below Y and X. Means which book is at the bottom? The bottom book is K. So if K is at the bottom, then the bottom book would touch the surface of the table. It means the question is which book touches the surface of the table? Our answer would be K. The book which is placed at the bottom will touch the surface. So that's why K is at bottom. It means K is touching the surface of the table. So here the answer will be option C, K. Now question number 23. In a family of 6 members A, B, C, P, Q and R, the father of B is elder than P, A is younger than only 3 members of the family, Q, wife of B is elder than C, who is not the youngest, P is second eldest, who is third eldest among them. See, since there are 6 members, so we will mark them like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And The statement is R, the father of B, is elder than P. Since we need to find their positions as per ages, not as per their relations. So here the relation has no meaning or no value. So R, the father of B, is elder than P. So here the only thing which can be noted is R is elder than P. So R will be above P. The one who is the eldest would be at first place and the youngest would be at last place. So R is elder than P means R is above P. A is younger than only 3 members of the family. So A is younger than only 3 members of the family. So we will skip the top 3 positions and after it we will put A. Leaving the top 3 positions, we will put A. Means A would come at 4th place. Now, next, Q, the wife of B, is elder than C. So Q is wife of B and Q is elder than C. Q is elder than C. Who is not the youngest? Who is not the youngest means C is not the youngest. C is not the youngest. P is second eldest. P is second eldest. So from the eldest, P is at second place. As we know that R is elder than P, so if P is at second place, means we can easily say that R would come at first place. So the position of P and R is fixed now. Now come to this particular information. Since Q is elder than C and C cannot come at 6th place, we cannot put C at 3rd place also. Reason being, since Q is elder than C, we have to put Q above C and no position is vacant for Q. So that's why we can also say that C cannot come at 3rd place. So the only position left for C is 5th. And since Q is elder than C, it means Q would come at 3rd place and the final person left is B. And the final person left is B. So now the question is, who is the 3rd eldest? Who is the 3rd eldest? Our answer would be Q is the 3rd eldest. So answer is Q, not R, neither R nor B. Mani and Devinder is saying R and Raki also R, and Yashashvi is saying B. But I am sorry to say, only Mani has answered the correct option, means yes, Q. Yes, who is the eldest? Not the eldest. The question is, who is the 3rd eldest? So try to read the question first and then answer. Okay? So here the answer is Q. Yes. Okay, now Raki is saying Q, Q, Q so many times. Now come to question number 24. Among 6 persons, Ravi is elder than Mohan, but younger than Rohit. Arpit is elder than only 1 person. Sachin is younger than Deepak, who is 3rd eldest among them, while Mohan is not the youngest. If they are arranged in descending order of their age, how many persons are between Rohit and Sachin? How many persons are between Rohit and Sachin? So let's start. How many persons are there? 6 persons are there. Hmm. Ravi is elder than Mohan but younger than Rohit. So Ravi is elder than Mohan but younger than Rohit. So Ravi is younger than Rohit. Ravi is elder than Mohan and younger than Rohit. Arpit is elder than only one person. So from the bottom we have to leave one person and after it we will put Arpit. So since Arpit is younger than only one person, so we will put Arpit at 5th place. Now Sachin is younger than Deepak. Who is the third eldest? So Sachin is younger than Deepak. So Sachin is younger than Deepak. Who is the third eldest? Means Deepak is third eldest. Deepak is third eldest. While Mohan is not the youngest. Mohan is not the youngest. So we cannot put Mohan over here. We cannot put Mohan over here. So if they are arranged in descending order of their age, then how many persons are there between Rohit and Sachin? See, since Mohan is younger than at least these two persons, Rohit and Ravi, and the name of Rohit and Ravi is not mentioned, means we need to leave at least two places vacant and after it we can put Mohan. So that's why we are putting Mohan at 4th place. Since Mohan cannot come at 6th place, we cannot put Mohan at top 2 positions. Since there are at least two persons, these two persons are elder than Mohan. So that's why Mohan cannot come at top 2 positions. So we will put Mohan at 4th place. In one of the position above it, Ravi would be there and Rohit is above Ravi. So Rohit would be at 1st place. So we have put Rohit, Ravi, Deepak, Mohan, Arpit. The only person left is Sachin. So at the bottom we will put Sachin. Now the question is how many persons are between Rohit and Sachin? So between Rohit and Sachin, the number of persons are 4. So between Rohit and Sachin, how many persons are there? 4 persons are there. So answer of question number 24 is 4. At first, read the information carefully and then we will move to the questions. So the first question is how many persons are there in the row? Can we find the total number of persons in the row? Question is not incomplete, Devinder. I am saying the question. How many persons are there in the row? Try to find the total number of persons. Good, Suraj. See, let's note down the information of the questions. In a row of people, Virat's rank is 8th from the left and Anushka's rank is 15th from the left. If 4 boys are to be to the left of Virat and 14 boys are to the right of Virat, and 7 girls are to the left of Anushka and 15 girls are to the right of Anushka, then how many persons are there in the row? The first question is, how many persons are there in the row? Suppose this is a row and position of Virat from the left is 8th. So this is the left hand. Let's start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Let's say Virat is here. 8 from the left. And Anushka is 15th from the left. So this position is 8. We need to move further. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Anushka is here. 15th from the left. It means we can easily see from the row that how many persons are to the left of Virat. The total number of persons to the left of Virat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 persons are there to the left of Virat. And how many persons are between Virat and Anushka? How many persons are between Virat and Anushka? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 persons are between Virat and Anushka. So 7 persons are to the left of Virat and 6 persons are between Virat and Anushka. Now, if 4 boys are to the left of Virat, so out of 7, 4 boys are to the left of Virat. Out of the 7 persons, 4 of them are boys. So out of the total of 7 persons which are to the left of Virat, 4 of them are boys. If 4 of them are boys, it means remaining would be girls. Means we can say that there are 3 girls to the left of Virat. So the total number of persons were 7. Total number to the left of Virat were 7, out of which 4 were boys. So the remaining 3 would be girls. So we can say from this information, there are 4 boys to the left of Virat and 3 girls to the left of Virat. So if 4 boys are to the left of Virat and 14 boys are to the right of Virat. So number of boys to the right of Virat is how much? 14. Number of boys to the right of Virat is how much? 14. Similarly, 7 girls are to the left of Anushka. So the total number of girls to the left of Anushka would be 7. Out of the 7 girls, 3 girls are here to the left of Virat. So out of the 7 girls, we found 3 girls, means the remaining number of girls is 4. So these 4 girls would be somewhere between Virat and Anushka. So on the left hand side of Anushka, the total number of girls would be 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. Means out of the 6 persons which are between Virat and Anushka, 4 of them were girls. If 4 of them were girls, it means the remaining 2 were boys. It means the remaining 2 were boys. So we can say that 2 boys and 4 girls are between Virat and Anushka. So the total number of boys and girls between Virat and Anushka is 2 and 4. 2 boys and 4 girls. Now, let's see here. As per the information of the question, we know that the total number of boys to the right of Virat should be 14. Total number of boys to the right of Virat should be 14. Out of the 14 boys, we found 2 of them between Virat and Anushka. So out of 14, we found 2, means the remaining 12 boys would be to the right of Anushka. So on the right hand side of Virat, total number of boys should be 14. 2 plus 12. 2 plus 12. Total is 14 boys. Okay. Now, one last information. And 15 girls are to the right of Anushka. The total number of girls to the right of Anushka is 15. So 15 girls are to the right of Anushka. So 12 boys, 15 girls. Means total persons to the right of Anushka is 27. Total person to the right of Anushka is 27. So, come to the question. The first question is, how many people are there in the row? Considering Virat is a boy and Anushka is a girl. So how many persons are there in the row? Quite simple. As we all know that Anushka is 15th from the left hand. And there are 27 persons to the right of Anushka. It means total would be how much? 15 plus 27, that is 42. So the total number of persons in the row is how much? 42. Is it clear? Not 41, Devinder, 42. There are 27 persons to the right of Anushka, means Anushka's position from the right would be 28. Anushka's position from the right would be 28th. And her position from the left is 15. So you can use the formula that is 28 plus 15 minus 1. So the answer is 42. Now, next question is, how many boys and girls are there between Virat and Anushka? How many boys and girls are there between Virat and Anushka? Number of boys and girls between Virat and Anushka. Number of boys and girls between Virat and Anushka. So number of boys and girls between Virat and Anushka is how much? 2 boys and 4 girls. So the answer is 2 boys and 4 girls. Or 4 girls and 2 boys. 4 girls and 2 boys. Again, one more question is there. How many girls are there to the right of Virat? How many girls are there to the right of Virat? The number of girls to the right of Virat is? Very good. You almost all of them forgot Anushka. Anushka is also a girl, na beta? So how can you leave Anushka? See, how many girls are there to the right of Virat? To the right of Virat, this 4 girl plus 15 and plus Anushka. Since Anushka is also a girl, na? So that's why answer would be 4 plus 1, 5 plus 15. 20 girls. Including Anushka, we have to answer it by including Anushka. Still some of them are answering 19, 19, 19. Don't forget to add Anushka, since Anushka is also a girl. Yes, yes, yes. So the correct answer is option A, 20. So, how many boys are to the left of Anushka? Yes, yes, yes. Now on the left hand side of Anushka, 2 plus Virat 3 plus 4, 7. 2 plus Virat plus 4. That is 7. Now the next question is, when both of them interchange their position, then what is the position of Anushka from the right? When both of them interchange their positions, then what is the position of Anushka from the right? Hmm. Yes. As we know, the total number of persons in this row is 42nd. And if Anushka and Virat will change their position, means Anushka would come at this particular seat, which is 8th from the left. So what is the position of this particular seat from the right now? So total value is 42nd plus 1 and minus the left position, means 43 minus 8. 43 minus 8 is how much? 35th position from the right. So Anushka's position from the right is 35, 35th. Yes. So the answer is 35. So these were the some questions from this particular topic, that is ranking arrangement. So we will start one more topic, that is sitting arrangement. So let's start a new topic, which is sitting arrangement. So let's start. The next topic, that is sitting arrangement. Yes, answer came. I was answering a doubt of one of the students. Now, let's start with this particular topic, sitting arrangement. So we can divide this topic into two broader section, or you can say three parts. The first part is of straight line condition for straight lines. Second part is of circle, and the third part is of square or rectangular shape. Square or rectangular shape. So we will start from the first part, that is straight line. So in case of straight line, in the question you will find that some persons are sitting in a row and their respective positions will be given. On the basis of their respective positions, the information mentioned in the question, we need to fix their seats and answer the questions given below. So the same concept will be followed over here also, as we have discussed in case of rows or ranking arrangement. This particular seat is the left end of the row and this one is the right end of the row. So for moving to the right hand side in the row, we will move our right, means our right and their right side will be same, and our left and their left side will be same. So we need to consider this particular frame or format whenever all of them are facing the same direction. If all the persons are facing same, then we will consider it and solve the questions. Okay. So let's start with the first question now. Question number 1. Five people are sitting in a row facing you. Y is at the left of X. Y is at the left of X. So Y is at the left of X. W is sitting at the right of Z. W is sitting at the right of Z. V is sitting at the right of X and W. V is sitting at the right of X and W. V is sitting at the right of X and W. It's sitting on the left of Y. V is sitting at the right of X. Okay, Y is at the left of X. So here it is X and make this Y. Y is on the left hand side of X. Now V is sitting at the right of X. On the right hand side, V is there. And W is sitting on the left of Y. So W is there on the left of Y. So on the left of W we can put ZL also. So Z would come at this place. So there were 5 people only. So their seats are like this. Okay. Now the question is, if Z is sitting at one end, who is in the middle? So if Z is at one end, then who will be in the middle? In the middle it is Y. So the answer is Y. Clear? So answer of first question is what? Y. Now next. Of the 6 members of a panel in a row, E is to the left of B. Of the 6 members of a panel sitting in a row, E is to the left of B. So E is on the left hand side of B, but on the right of A. It means E is to the right of A also. F is on the right of B. F is on the right of B, but is on the left of G. So F is on the right of B, but is on the left of G. Who is to the left of C? Who is to the left of C means G is to the left of C. G is to the left of C. Find the members sitting right in the middle. So the members sitting in the middle are these 2 persons, means B and F. B and F. So the answer over here is B and F. Now, question number 3. 5 students are sitting in a row. T is on the right of Z. T is on the right of Z. M is on the left of Z. M is on the left of Z. But M is on the right of L. So M is on the right of L. T is on the left of Q. T is on the left hand side of Q. Who is sitting first from the left? So who is sitting first from the left? Answer would be L. Who is sitting third from the left? Answer would be L. ठीक है? Fine. Yes, the correct answer is L, not Q. Okay. Question number 4. At a college party, 5 girls are sitting in a row. At a college party, 5 girls are sitting in a row. So in the first question, the person were sitting in a row. Facing row shouldn't left and right be opposite? Actually, there is no need to do the same to change the left and right hand sides. There is no need to change the sides if all the persons are facing any one direction. If all the persons are facing same direction, so the exact direction towards which they are facing doesn't matter. Like if all the persons are facing towards east, so we have nothing to do with the east facing. We will try to solve this question like this only, as per our convenience. We will consider it as left hand and this one as at right hand. Our right and their right will be same and our left and their left will be same. This will not create any impact over the answers. When all the persons are facing, remember this, when all the persons are facing same direction, then their facing doesn't matter. Then their facing doesn't matter. Understood? We need to change the sides if and only if persons are facing multiple directions. Like if the question is like this, that let's say 7 persons are sitting in a row, 4 of them are facing north and 3 of them are facing south. So some persons are facing north and some persons are facing south. So this case will be considered as a case of multiple facing. And in that particular case, we need to find out or check the left and right hand side as per the facing of the persons. But when all the persons are facing the same direction, then their facing doesn't matter. We can solve this question as per our convenience. Okay? Let's say in this particular question, at a college party, 5 girls are sitting in a row. Is their facing mentioned over this question? It's in this question. Is there any information regarding the facing of the persons, of the girls? No. There is no information of the facing of the girls. Then how can we solve this question? We will consider it as all the girls are facing north, means we will consider our right and their right same and our left and their left same. That's it. So P is to the right, left of M. P is to the left of M. So on the left hand side of M, P is there. And to the right of O. P is to the right of O. Okay. Next, R is sitting on the right of N, but to the left of O. So R is to the left of O and right of N. R is to the left of O and right of N. Who is sitting in the middle? So the person sitting at the middle is O. So here the answer is O. Now question number 5. 5 birds are sitting on a tree. The pigeon is to the right of parrot. The sparrow is above the parrot. The crow is next to the pigeon and the crane is below the crow. Which bird is at the center? Which bird is at the center? So the pigeon is to the right of parrot. So we will place, let's say, parrot over here. On the right hand side of parrot, pigeon is there. The sparrow is above parrot. Sparrow is above parrot. And the crow is next to the pigeon. Crow is next to the pigeon. And the crane is below the crow. The crane is below the crow. So which bird is in the middle? So the answer is pigeon. Yes, pigeon is at the middle. Yes, okay. So the answer is pigeon. Next. Okay. 6 friends A, B, C, D, E and F are sitting in a row facing east. Now this time the facing is east. Do we need to change anything? No, there is no need to change anything. C is between A and E. C is between A and E. So since C is between A and E, but we do not know who is on the left of C and who is on the right of C. Means there can be two possible conditions. Condition number 1, if A is on the left of C and E is on the right of C. And case number 2 can be E is on the left of C and A is on the right of C. So in both the cases, C is between A and E. Okay? Now, B is just to the right of E, but to the left of D. So B is just to the right of E. So on the right hand side of E, B is there. But when we try to put B on the right hand side of E, here already C is there. So we cannot put B on the right hand side of E in second condition. So now this condition holds incorrect. So B is just to the right of E, means only the first condition is correct. But left of D means B is on the left hand side of D. B is on the left hand side of D. F is not at the right end. So F is there not on the right hand side of D. It means F would be on the left hand side of A. So we cannot place F on the right hand side of D because he will come at the right end. So that's why we cannot place F on the right hand side of D. That's why we have placed F on the left hand side of A. So who is between B and C? Who is between B and C? The answer is E. Answer is E. So now, question number 7. 6 friends A, B, C, D and E are sitting in a row facing east. Okay, again the conditions are same, but the question is different now. In this particular case, The question is who is at the left end. So the conditions are same. Conditions are same, but the question asked is different. That is who is at the left end. So who is at the left end? Our answer would be F is at the left end. So the answer of this question is F. F is at the left end. F is at the left end. Is it clear? F, yes. Okay, question number 8. Question number 8 is also having the same set of information, but the question is who is at the right end? Who is at the right end? This time the question is different. Who is at the right end? So at the right end there is D. So answer of this question is D. Now question number 9. Again with the same set of information. And question is who is to the left of A? Who is to the left of A? Who is to the left of A? So left of A it is F. Left of A it is F. Yes. Answer of question number 9 is same. Okay. Now, how many persons are to the right of E? How many persons are to the right of E? How many persons are to the right of E? So on the right hand side of E, there are 2 persons. One is B and the other one is D. So on the right of E, 2 persons are there. Yes, yes, yes. Now, next question. Yes, B and D. That is B and D. Yes, yes, yes. Akansha. Now, this is the next question. 5 friends are sitting in a row facing south. Here Mohan is between Balu and Raju is to the immediate right of Praveen, and Amit is to the immediate right of Balu. Who is at the extreme right end? Solve it. So let's see. Mohan is between Balu and Raju. Mohan is between Balu and Raju. So there can be 2 possible conditions, since we do not know who is on the right hand side and who is on the left hand side. So we have 2 possible conditions. Case number 1, if Balu is to the left of Mohan and Raju is to the right of Mohan. And case number 2, if Raju is to the left of Mohan and Balu is to the right of Mohan. And Raju is to the immediate right of Praveen. Raju is to the immediate right of Praveen. So Raju is on the right hand side of Praveen. So here it is possible, but in this case we cannot put Praveen over here to make Raju on the right hand side of Praveen. So we cannot put Praveen over here because already Mohan is sitting over there. It means this condition is incorrect, because in this particular condition we cannot put Raju on the right hand side of Praveen. Since Raju is always on the right hand side of Mohan only, so that's why we cannot put Raju on the right hand side of Praveen. That's why the first possible condition is incorrect. Now we are left with only one possibility, and Amit is to the right of Balu. Amit is to the right of Balu. So we will put Amit over here. So the question is who is in the extreme right end? Who is in the extreme right end? Amit is at the extreme right hand. Yes, so the answer is Amit. Now question number 12. Question number 12. There are 5 buses M, N, O, P and Q in a row on a road. Bus M is standing at the front and Q is standing at the back end. Bus N stands between M and O and P stands between O and Q. So which bus is in the middle? So since there are 5 buses and they are standing in a vertical line where bus M is standing at the front, means at the first place bus M is standing and bus Q is standing at the back end. So bus Q is standing at the back end. And now bus N stands between M and O. Bus N stands between M and O. So between M and O, N is there. Between M and O, N is there. And bus P stands between O and Q. So between O and Q, P is there. So the question is, which bus is in the middle? So our answer is bus O is in the middle. Yes. Our answer is bus O is in the middle. Okay. So these were the cases of straight line. We have discussed so far the basics of straight line. In the next session, we will start with cases of circles and squares, and then we will see some high level questions of sitting arrangement also. So that's it for the day. See you in the next class. Thank you very much.